alright, you know me. Yeah, nigga, I am excited. What can I say? 999 subs. Yeah, nigga. Now, I mean, at this point, I'm over 1K, but still, you know what I mean? I hit that 999th, man. I'm really excited about that. And big shout out, much love, peace, joy, and happiness, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? May the lady luck shine down on you. All that shit, man. More power to you. Straight the fuck up. To the young lady that commented that she was the 999th, man, I love that shit. You know what I mean? Big ups to the numerology. Big 9, nigga. You know, I got the 3-piece. You know what I'm talking about? I'm the 3rd. Love that shit, man. So 999th. Took us a while, you know what I'm saying? A couple years, but shit, nigga, we in the game. It is what it is. Thank you. Now that that's out the way, let's do some real shit, because this OZ, the wizard. And man, you know, as the popular song goes, nigga, we don't talk about Bruno, you know what I mean? So I try to set niggas up, you know, where you get your own shit, you do your own magic and whatever else. But I am here to show you a little magic and whatever the fuck else as well. You know what I'm talking about? This is everything all entwined, hence New Age Pimpin. I'm going to pull my dick out. My deck out. This is my special shit. Now, I'm not going to try to take up too much time anyway. I'm trying to flow through this. Just again, me personally, I've always had advanced classes, and even when it came to like this spiritual shit, I kind of noticed even on the back end, like life has had a way of putting me on some next level shit, because it's like, wait, like I can handle it. If you prove that you can handle it, man, you can handle it. It is what it is. They was like, well, fuck it. Let me put you in this calculus class. When I was in one of them early grades, might have been like 10th or 11th grade, but it's like, here, we're going to give you calculus right now. And I could handle it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not saying I passed with like straight A's and this and that or whatever. I didn't do that shit till I was like, later I went back to school. But anyways, point being, you know what I mean? I even had an academic scholarship. Like all I had to do was maintain a 3.5 and stay in college. But I had a presidential scholarship, all 4 years paid. I was super smart nigga, but again, young wild child. I was an unruly nigga. So I ain't gonna get into all of that. But the point is, I've always been on the advanced path somehow, some way, like it be next level shit. I've always noticed that. Even like fucking with Brother Panic, it was like, man, cut straight through the bullshit. Let's get to the advanced shit. So that being said, prefaced whatever else, man. It took me all that time to say that, but you know, I talk a lot of shit because I can back it up. Ugh, nigga, I'm so fucking excited, man. Thank you for all the motherfucking subs and the views that I do got. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. So let's get into it. This is advanced next level shit. So I'm not going to get into too much of why you should fuck with the tarot, this, that, and the third. You should know all that by now. And in the spirit of, like I said, staying up with some of my commenters, we're going to pull out some books. You know, I got hella books. You know what I'm saying? Well, I won't say I have hella books on this subject, but I do have books because this is what the fuck we do. You know, again, I talk a lot of shit because I can back it up. My left stroke's the death stroke. Bitch! And indeed, oh man, me and my daughter, did I let my daughter just have, oh well, it is what it is. But at all times, I got the magic shit. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. We already got a lot of the magic set up. We finna take a shot. Alright, let's go next level with it, people. Let's go next level. Okay, so my purpose and intent of this video is to show you this New Age Pimpin'. See, so what you believe in and what you got going on, what you do behind closed door, like I'm in my workshop, hence the boxes and whatever else. This is also, you know what I'm saying, the North Pole. You feel me? This is motherfucking land of Oz. So, ain't nobody else here but me and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time when I'm doing my mystical, magical shit. But point is, what you believe in and what you got going on, that's you. And that's what, I guess, strengthens your magic. The more you do certain rituals, certain shit. If you play with cards, some people, you know, I got hella crystals and stones, believe in this, believe in that. But the more it works, the more power you give it, you know what I'm saying? The more energy it gains. That's how, like, amulets and lockets and talismans and whatever else, you know what I'm saying? They gain energy or whatever else. Even, like, again, you got all these motherfuckers praying and doing all of this shit to Jesus Christ or whatever else. That motherfucker, whether he's real or not, so many motherfuckers give him energy. Like, my nigga's real now, or it's definitely some, you know, anyways, I'm just saying. Point is, if you want to fuck with these cards and you already know about fucking with the cards, then it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You might have been like me. I got a fucking deck of cards and it was like, let's go. And so, again, advanced next level shit. So part of this is doing the spreads, and some other shit is, again, some books that I thought was really fucking helpful when it comes to being able to read cards. And again, unless you the type of nigga that's gonna memorize all 78 cards, it's a bunch of fucking cards, so it's good to have a reference or whatever the fuck you want to call it, a guide or some shit that you can pull out, go to, and just be like, oh, okay, cool, this means that and that means this. So that being said, alright, it was 5 minutes of whatever the fuck shit that you niggas just had to sit through. Let's get into some real shit. So first and foremost, what I found that was really cool was, again, man, it don't matter what deck you got. This is actually my baby mama's deck, to keep it a buck with you. It is definitely not mine, but she has used it, you know what I'm saying? I've been in and out of it, you know what I mean? I'm comfortable. We got good, it's good energy off this deck. I like this deck. So if anybody, I think I found this in the store, and I encourage her to buy it anyway. But if anybody, you know, if you find this or you see this in one of them stores, I forgot what it was, but we was off in the mall somewhere. But it might have been, I can't remember the fucking name of the store. Anyways, it'd be like that, right? But if you like this deck, you probably found it on Amazon or whatever the fuck. But we getting ready to take a look at some of the cards in this deck, you know what I mean? Also, the Necronomicon deck. Nigga, I got this shit off of Amazon for sure. And it was probably, I mean, it was kind of groovy anyway. I like the dark references and whatever else. It's kind of like the demonic type of whatever, what some people would expect a tarot deck to like be. And I'm a motherfucking wizard. I love that shit. So, it's really cool. And, I mean, the themes and everything else, it's really cool. But the point of having multiple decks, and then, yeah, nigga, this is a girlies. This is awesome, man. But let me pull my dick out. Pull my deck out. Real shit. So, me personally, this is my personal shit. And, again, we don't talk about Bruno. But, again, I'm going to share my shit. Nigga don't give a fuck. I'm sharing my shit. That's why you niggas can't fuck with my shit. But this is real shit. You can do this in your own way. But again, it's just me kind of showing you what's up, right? So I keep mine in triple darkness. So basically, I got a bag. Let me pull a bag out of a bag. Boom, one bag. Now I got this bag, right? Unlock this shit. Now I have shit inside this bag. I ain't gonna tell you what, but I will show you a couple items. Because this shit is dope. I will show you a couple items, you know what I'm saying? This is Dalmatian stone. Dalmatian jasper or whatever you want to call it. This looks like a labradorite. I'm not sure if you can see like the shine, and you know, camera be trying to focus and whatever the fuck. But this is a labradorite. Yeah, there you go. You kind of see that shimmer. It's got like a gold shimmer off the light. But this is labradorite, and this looks like some form of green opal. Could be a moss, but it's fucking dope. And it's a dark, like forest green type of color. But it has those white veins and shit in it. So I thought that shit's dope. But anyways, I'm just saying, man, you know, I keep energy, shit has energy. But we pulled yet another bag out of the bag. Alright, so these motherfuckers is encased in 3 cases, you know what I mean? That's just my type of, you know, one of the things I do to add some magic to the magic, you know what I'm saying? Sorry if the shit ain't focusing and whatever else. Maybe that helps it focus. Alright. But fuck the cameras, you know what I'm saying? It's about the knowledge and the information. Now, niggas that know, yes, I'll be on some other shit, but niggas that know this is Gengar, you know what I'm talking about? This is like a, I ain't gonna get into all of that, but it's a ghost Pokemon, you know what I'm talking about? Ghost Pokemon. So, again, all these type of things add magic to the magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want real shit to happen and whatever else. Now, I got a couple decks in here. I keep 2 decks, not Pokemon decks. You see what I'm saying? I got Dragon deck over here with Tarot Draconis. And then I got Tarot of the Magical Forest. Alright? And again, you know, I ain't even going to... There are stones in here. There's items in here as well. I'm going to get into it, but... Rough nuggets, you know what I'm saying? I like rough nuggets, but I have tumbled nuggets as well, you know what I'm talking about? Black stones. I ain't gonna get all that. Looks like, you know, probably the sodalite, throat chakra. This looks like it could be some type of red jasper. Stone of some kind. I mean, I just say it like that because I say it like that. Milky quartz. See, this shit's damn near all white, but it's milky quartz. Dope shit. I'm gonna pull my deck out. Tarot, the magical force. Let's get it juking. Again, I ain't trying to take up too much of your time, but we gonna, we are gonna do this. So I hope you got your shots in. You know what I'm talking about? I hope you got your blunt in hand, your black in hand, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Because again, this is also my shit too. Like I said, man, when I got my deck and whatever else, I went on the internet and I can't tell you who it was. I just started searching shit, looking for spreads. It's just, I'm saying, something that I might like, something that spoke to me, and that's what I'm getting ready to share with you niggas. The shit that spoke to me that I thought would be pretty dope, and as I like to call it, this is new age pimping, man. I'm not playing with this shit. You know what I mean? And again, you should be. If I'm the pimp, I'm the player. These are my hoes, man. I play with. I put them to work. You know what I'm talking about? We getting ready to put them to work right now. You know what I mean? And when we getting results, player. So again, in the spirit of all of this, and I got 3 decks. That's significant. But I got 3 decks. But I really want to show y'all these spreads. All right, and how it plays out. So first and foremost, again, man, look at it however you want to say it. That's just kind of my thing, and I like to have fun with it and whatnot, the new age pimping or whatever. But this is director OZ, nigga. So movie spreads. I said all that took 10, 12 motherfucking minutes to say this, nigga. Movie spreads. I found somebody online. Can't tell you who it was. Maybe you can just do what I did. Google tarot spreads. You might come across it. You may type in movie spreads and you'll come across it. But I do believe it was a chick that was talking about this shit, man. And I took it and ran with it. It's been dope as fuck for me ever since. So whenever I talk about it again, I've been able to, persuade, which I don't want to use that in a negative. I don't, no negative connotations with that. But I've been able to, talk people into explain to people why having a deck or whatever, some personal shit of your own is cool. And it actually kind of works. Because again, like I was trying to say in the beginning, man, I don't personally give a shit about doing spreads for other people and whatever else. As I said in my last video, man, the way you communicate with the gods and the goddesses or whatever else, the way you pull information out the ether is different. It works. It's different strokes for different folks. But you got to be willing to do your own thing and see what resonates with you. Like you could do the mantras and whatever else, or you could sit over here and do this, you know what I mean? Or you can sing other songs, all the lyrics to this and whatever else. Well, I mean, damn, nigga, if you get all worked up and you pulling your heart out and whatever else, well, shit. Even me, when I invoke my God self, I want a motherfucker to sing to me like that. You know what I'm saying? When the God comes out of me, I'm not, I just, Anyways, I ain't even trying to get back into all that. Peep the last video, but you get the point, man. And using your instruments or whatever else, but the shit that resonates to you. There's all kinds of different spreads, but this is what I thought was the hardest, and this is what's always worked for me, man. Movie spreads, where you become the director, and depending on the deck that resonates with you, and I'm getting ready to show you how and why. Depending on the deck that resonates with you, you ain't even really got to know the meanings of the cards. Hold on. Give me a second. Somebody's ringing my doorbell. I got to pause this shit. Alright, yeah, nigga. Oh, no, we're not going to slow down. We doing this. Yeah, nigga, we doing this. So, okay, again, movie spreads where you become the director, nigga. This is pimping. Put your hoes out there, and this is how you line them up, how you want to line them up. All of that shit, you know what I'm saying? But the movie spreads where you become the director. And depending on how the cards speak to you and this and that, well, you know what? Let's just get to it. I'm going to show you why. Alright, so first things first, as you can kind of see, this is just me. Again, add a little magic to the magic, so you niggas, I'm not playing with y'all. Just so you can see, nigga, I am not playing. This is not a game. But again, I don't do this all the time, man, for special purposes. And again, because I gotta say this too. Another reason why I like doing readings for other people. Okay. How about this? I will say this. When I got these cards and whatever else, I won't say that I can't say that I have not done readings for other people. For me, that's how I validated this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew this shit actually worked, because I would do readings for like other people. So when it came to doing readings for myself, I knew I wasn't lying to myself, or I wasn't doing this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't coming from a whatever place. You know what I mean? Here's a good example. When we 15 minutes in, thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for staying this long. OZ the Wizard, like, share, subscribe, but don't do none of that shit, man. Take this information, keep running high, and do whatever you got to do with it. Thank you for staying this long. So here's a good example for me, man. I'll share this with you. I believe it was this deck, the Tarot of the Magical Forest. Tarot of the Magical forest. It was this deck right here. So I got this shit. I went to it's in the Ville. If you're from the Ville, you know something about Louisville, man. Out Bardstown Road in the Highlands is a place called Sticks and Stones. But I was in there and I usually buy stones, like you see the stones and shit. But I usually was buying crystals and shit, little shit like that, man. Shit I can carry in my pocket. But I was buying, anyways. Fuck all that. Came across this deck and was like, you know what? I like this shit. It spoke to me as a kid, like the old school Alice in Wonderland. You know what I mean? I grew up with the Aladdin and the Disney, all of that, man. You know what I mean? I'm an 80s baby, so the cartoon movies and shit was like huge to a kid. You know, we spammed them shits over and over and over, watched them movies 1,000 fucking times, literally. So, anyways, because that's all we had. But anyways, that type of shit spoke to my inner child, real talk. Now, of course, like I said, you see, I got some grown-up adult shit. It is what it is. But that type of shit really spoke to my inner child. And in that store, the options was limited. So I went with what I liked or whatever. When we was in a different store, a girlie seen this, what I'm like, you should get it. That's something that you can, whatever else. I mean, you see it's the black chick right on the front. Nigga, get it. If it speaks to you, she like the puffs and this and that, man, get it. It's all about, symbol again. So that being said, there are people, if you one of those technical and this and that readers, that's what's up. As I will show you all of these decks, they come with books and their own descriptions of like what the deck, what the cards represent and what they wanted the symbols in this deck. Like this is the Modern Witch deck. So the themes and whatnot that go with this deck are not going to be the same shit that's with the Tarot of the Magical Forest deck. And obviously they're going to have shit to do with the Necronomicon deck. Now they will link, but that's how we talk about like worlds on worlds and how shit stacks on top of whatever. Universes on top of universes, top of universes. This is how you know as below, so above. As above, so below. You know what I'm saying? Same shit. This shit is dope. So check it out. But it's different themes and whatnot. Alright, so let's get to it. And we will actually pull some fucking cards. So that being said, even, I'm talking about the significance of, I'm telling you, man, if you know, you know. Notice I didn't put them bitches on the floor. I didn't sit them over to the side. I put them on my dick. I'm a real nigga, man. I can't even explain this shit. Alright. I just hope y'all people, this is real shit. Because again, do whatever you want to do when you on your own and ain't nobody, man, this is you doing you, bro. So, I'm going to take a shot, get even more lit for you. Might have to pause this shit again or not, you know what I mean? So we will see what happens. But let's do this, alright? Salud. We almost 20 minutes in. So like I said, I'm a little bit different. We gonna do this. You see the you see the symbology, right? I'm gonna do this. Boom. You might not be able to see it, but trust me. We got the water on the table. Now, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, fuck all that. Boom. Alright, let's light the blunt up. We put some fire on this shit. Got the feathers up under my bows, nigga. And I would show y'all this one. I don't want to get in trouble. I want to get in trouble for this one. You know what I'm talking about? Yams. Oh, you gonna have to pause it or whatever real quick. Bing. Yeah, nigga. Magic on magic. And then we got my guy right here. You know what I'm talking about? So where did you get the viper up? This nigga right here. Anyway. I'm just saying, man, it's hard. I'm hard. OZ the Wizard. Get like me, bitch. Have some fun with this shit. So we got the air. We got the water. We just put some fire on this bitch. My bad, the air is in the feathers. You know what I'm talking about? The feathers. And then you see clearly Earth. Nigga. My Jolly Green Giant. Clearly Earth. And he got his blunt in his mouth, so you know, man, we on one. Alright. So that being said, let's soak up this water. Should have got a better rag. Alright. Let's soak up this water so we don't get this shit in our way. Boom. So we don't fuck up the cards. Alright, man. First things first. Pull out the deck. So again, every one of these decks comes with a little manual or whatever the fuck. That's all basic. Again, we ain't trying to do no basic shit, man. We this is next level shit. So that's all basic. All right, my bad for taking a little time with you. That's all basic. Okay, we gonna get to that shit here in a minute. What we want to do first, again, before we pull out any books or none of that shit, right? None of that shit. Intuition readers, we reading just none of that shit. We doing movie spreads, right? Shuffle these shits up. All that. Do you, however you want to do it. Me, personally, again, I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do, but, it ain't about putting thoughts in heads, just give you an idea of whatever. If I'm reading for somebody and whatnot, I just have them start talking and or whatever. This ain't even about me, it's about them. Or I think about whatever they got going on. If I know, like my sister, if I know she got, Capricorn moon, Scorpio rising, this or that, whatever, I start thinking about that. Just their birthday, they whatever, I'll stare at a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, clear my mind. I'm not thinking about me at all. I'm taking me out of all of this reading and all of that shit. Nigga, it is not for me, like none in the least. So I'm not considering none of this shit. I'm not considering none of this shit. I'm just doing the damn thing. So this is for you niggas. I don't know who, I don't know what, none of that shit. It's one of the things I like about the tarot or the magical forest, which I'm going to get to that too. But first, let's just do this, and I'll show y'all the movie spreads before we get to the technical shit, alright? Like I said, it could be a minute. I hope you ain't got your drink, smoke, whatever, but we can ready to do this, alright? So, first things first, it's up to you to pull however many cards you like to pull, but I like to go with 4 or 5. At least 4 or 5. I like 5 personally, but at least 4 or 5 cards. Because we're talking about a movie. So as we pull in these 4 or 5 cards, we are talking about a movie. So even just being in that type of mind frame and whatnot, we getting ready to lay out scenes. You see what I'm saying? Movie spread. So we getting ready to lay out scenes. My bad. Took a little minute. Anyway, yeah, my bad. We getting ready to lay out scenes, nigga. I want to say so many things, but anyways, we can lay out scenes. So let's just pick 5 cards and go with it. Where you at with it? 1, I like 3, 4, very bottom. Boom. All right, now all of these came out the original deck. As you can see, we started with this nigga. On my side, don't be falling off on me, bro. So we started with that nigga, man. Alright. Alright, man. So let's get with the movie spread. So I'm going to show you these cards. You see the cards, right? And just looking at the pictures, their descriptions, you know what I'm saying? What does it look like to you? What does it look like? What's going on to you? You know what I mean? But just looking at these motherfucking cards and the pictures and shit. Now, this is where the pimping comes in. I'm going to take these motherfuckers and make a movie. Now, what kind of movie are we watching, man? I just showed y'all the scenes. Go back, pause it, take a look more closely at the shit, whatever. I'm going to slide it up here in a second so you can see. But what kind of movie is this? Is this an action movie? Is this a dramatic movie? Is this a suspense? Is it a thriller? What the fuck am I, what am I seeing here? Now, one of the main things as the director putting this shit together, right, is what direction are the cards facing? You know what I mean? Like this nigga and this nigga. This nigga is looking this way. This dude is looking this way. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was to move the cards like this as a director, this is pimping. If I put this bitch over here and put this bitch over here, now it's like they looking at each other. You know what I mean? So what, nigga, is this a fight? You got an issue, nigga? You know what I'm talking about? Do you want some? Cause I see you way over there looking at me talking shit, nigga. If you want some, yeah, nigga, I got everything you want. Chilling right here, nigga, and I'm in the sky, nigga. You down there. Got a whole ocean, bitch. This nigga over here, man, this nigga think he got his shit, whatever. I'm just saying, man, you see me going off, that's the tequila talking. But the point is, this is the movie. What are we looking here? Everything changed when you get these two niggas looking at each other. You see what I'm talking about? Everything changed. Over here, you think about whatever you want to think about, you know what I'm talking about? But over here, everything changes. So, what direction are they looking in? Even this here. You know, I ain't tell you the description. I ain't say what this is or what that is. We just going strictly off the symbols. You know what I'm saying? And this is any deck, whatever deck speak to you, just strictly off the symbols, you know? And again, these two. Look at them niggas. See what I'm saying? And you see this nigga here? You see this? So, let me hold this up. If we take all these motherfuckers into account, let me see if you can start to see what I see. Now, take all of them shits into account. This ain't no good movie. This finna be some shit. See what I'm saying? This is some shit. What we got going on here? Then, of course, you got this nigga sitting off over here. So we got one king-ass nigga and all this dramatic shit going on. So let's put the movie together. Let me show you what I see. Show you what I see. So this is the movie spread. This big Pimpin here, and then let me just show you what I see. All right. So I got king shit right here. It's actually, and I'm sorry, I seen the crown and I'm just going with it, but it's queen shit. This is a queen, a white queen. It's a bunny. I ain't trying to be on that, but still, it's a white queen. This is the queen of swords, and the bunnies run the swords. But this is the queen of swords. But you see that? That's the queen, right? So the queen orders this shit. This shit happens. This shit happens. Now you could even go like this. The queen. This doesn't end up happening. And you see all them swords in the nigga? That looks like some betrayal type shit. That looks like that nigga got banged on and or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We could even insert this one right here, somewhere in there. I mean, you could do it how you can start to see how shit kind of play out. But this was my original. This is how I seen it. This is how I seen it. Boom, 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 boom. This is how I seen it. Now again, you can pause that. You can zoom in. You can whatever the fuck. This is how I see the movie, right? Playing out in my head. The queen orders this shit. This nigga get mad, try to go avenge that shit. Everybody fucked him up. Everybody fucked him up. Deal with the devil was made. This nigga here is on his way to go get back at the queen. It's on his way. We on our way. It's coming back. It's going down. Now again, this is just some cards that I pulled out. You can see it how you want to see it. I could also look at it like this. Switch that around. You see what I'm saying? If we were just going like off the symbols or whatever else. And it could be like, yo, this nigga's getting ready to make a deal with the devil. Now, paradoxically, this is El Diablo, the devil card. But you get my point. This nigga's getting ready to make a deal with the devil. Another thing that's dope about these cards, I ain't gonna get into that. That's too much extra shit. Get you some cards or whatever. We ain't trying to be too basic, but I ain't gonna go get too advanced. But it could be looked at like this. Or whatever, but you being the director, you get to start to make the movie and whatever else, which is also, if you sitting by yourself and when you got your own cards, whatever, it's about what speaks to you. So ain't nobody else here and you reading cards for you, or even if you're reading cards for someone else, this is what puts your influence on it. Like they pulled the cards and whatever else, but they wanted you You know what I'm saying? Well, you to pull the cards. Well, they might have picked out which cards, but you get my point. You shuffled, and you know, this is how you put your touch on things, your flair on things, or whatever, man. So, point being, you would be able to set them up however you want to set them up. But you can start to see how the different scenes would play out and whatnot. So, alright, I ain't going to get into exactly what this reading means. If you want to take this and actually get into the reading, then do that. But that's not really what I'm trying to do. Trying not to make the video too goddamn long. I just wanted to show y'all some other shit. So, that being said, now I'm going to take these cards. This exact same shit, right? We're going to take these cards and pull those cards from the Modern Witch deck. Let me show you how dope this shit is. Now, I ain't shuffling shit and whatever else. So we got the Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles. If I come across any of this shit. Ten of Swords. Two of Wands. I mean, you know, again, man, you know, this is where you take your shot, hit your blunt, and whatever else, you know what I'm saying? Who knew what was going to pop out? So give me a second. Let me pull these motherfuckers out. Appreciate all the shit. Appreciate the time. Here's the devil, El Diablo. So let's go ahead and put him there. We need the Two of Wands, the Five of the Five of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. No, we don't need that. No, not that one. Not that one. King of Swords. Queen of Swords. Boom. There she goes. The White Queen. Queen of Swords. Said that shit. So we need the 5, 10, and 2. Ten of Swords. Boom. Five of Pentacles. Boom. 2. Two of Wands, actually. Two of Wands. Boom. Now, you see with the original deck, or with my other deck, you know what I'm talking about, with the not the original, with the first deck that we chose to go with. And even vice versa, however you want to choose to look at that shit. But you see with the first deck, oh, my bad. And let's get this book out too. Because the book is important. We got the book for that shit. Boom. Alright. You know, again, man, you know, we just do this shit. The book is important. Let me just go ahead and pull out them shits. Because we doing this shit for educational purposes and whatnot, dog. Separate that. Boom. We go ahead. We got the book. We'll get to that in a second. The book is important. All right, now I'm going to sit them on the floor. I'm sorry. And now, what I like about this shit, this is some deep magical shit. I ain't going to lie. I did get some of this shit from Brother Panic, but I got the book and whatever else, and then I like that book. I was already kind of doing decks, and I seen there was a deck. So I got the Al-Hazred book. I could pull it out, but it's a big, thick-ass book. I don't know where it is, and I don't want to pull it out. It's a long-ass story, and I read that shit and was salty when it was over, because it was like, fuck, where do we go from here? And because it wasn't like a, where we go from here, it was like, the only thing left to go, basically got to go backwards. See, anyways, that's a good-ass book, as far as just fantasy and whatever else. If I didn't know, it's some godly shit, or some whatever shit. But anyways, point being, Necronomicon is pretty goddamn dope. So whereas it's like, this is like my personal shit again. We don't talk about Bruno, but I will share this. I look at this shit when I really want some heavy hitting hard shit, and I look like this is like some higher level, next level shit when I pull out this deck. So my point of saying that is, again, on some other shit, and thank you for rocking with me for 35 minutes if you stayed this long. But obviously, you know, you have different decks for different purposes. So when I do this shit, it's some truly dope shit. But I like the decks that actually give me scenes that like I can work with. This don't rock with me as well as this did. Now, I would set this up differently. I definitely would like set this up differently. I probably would have this one here over here. You know what I mean? Have this over here. So it'd be like, you know, how a lot of fairy tales go. Somebody gets on one, kills somebody's mama or whatever else. Now you got to get out here, do what you got to do. Got to do some shit. Like you see these two characters, then you see these two characters. You see what I'm saying? So somebody, you know, you gonna have to run into some shit. This may be like even a wise type of whatever. It could be this person grown up. It could be whatever. Like I said, I'm not gonna get into the reading too much, but it looks more right, kind of like this. You know what I'm saying? It may even be something like this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got these two characters and you got these two characters. So it's like, how does the symbols line up to you? But in the spirit of doing things as well, you know, we got this movie, now we got this movie. So we're going to put everything back where it was. Everything back where it was. Boom. And I'm sorry, this may take a quick second or whatever, but let's do the same thing we did over there with the Necronomicon deck. Again, man, I gotta like you niggas, because I do not pull this shit out for no goddamn reason. I promise you that. For no fucking reason. There's a lot of energy in these type of cards. So, alright, give me a quick second and we gonna pull out the same thing. And again, I like this shit because you get more of a scene. You know what I'm saying? You get more of a scene that you can work with. But it's a lot of cards to try to run through. Boom. First thing we hit, Cthulhu. Gotta first nigga come out the deck. You know what I'm saying, man? That's hard. And I'm gonna bring him up and show you some closer shit. You know, you can zoom in, you can really see him. But after I get him out here, I'll pull him up to the camera a little closer and let you see that shit. But again, man, the movie spread. Cthulhu, Five of Wands, now it's the Five of Pentacles. Got you. Two of Wands. We need the Ten of Swords. We did the Ten of Swords, right? Boom. Ten of Swords. Queen of Swords. Boom. We just need the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Boom. Two of Wands. Wow, the very last one. You made me go through the whole deck to get to the card on the bottom. Ain't that some shit? It was the very last card and the very last card on the deck. I told you, man, you can't make this shit up, bro. There's big energy up in here, man. Big energy up in here, man. So, again, thank you for rocking with me this long. We'll be doing some real shit, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it wouldn't even need to be done. But now let's look at the cards and how they stacked up. Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles is now the Five of Discs, and the Ten of Swords. Then we got the Two of Wands and Cthulhu. A little less sinister. Now this is the Necronomicon deck. I think when we look at these devil cards, what's the worst one? All three of these are devil cards. You see what I'm saying? You see how a different picture kind of comes into your mind and whatever the fuck else? All these represent the devil. But you see the two people chained? You see the two people chained. Two bunnies chained. More specifically, they bunnies. So how does that make you feel? But they bunnies. But again, two people chained. I don't know if Cthulhu got any. I don't see nothing changed. It's just straight up Cthulhu coming up out the waters, nigga. But again, the scene. This the ten of. No, this is the two of wands. My bad. And the 10 of swords. See how the scenes change? Two of wands. So this is why I'm like, get you different decks. It's good, or just to even be able to have around different decks or just whatever, you know what I'm saying? How you can pull one and then get different decks and see what the movie looks like coming from a whole different deck, doing a whole nother thing. See what the movie looks like. Ooh, shit, this motherfucker just jumped out my lap and whatnot. Nigga, I gotta hit something, calm down. I mean, shit, I ain't in no rush, but if I don't rush, there's a lot of fucking energy charging through it, nigga. But if I don't, nigga, we could be here for like 2-3 hours doing this shit, because it's dope. And then, I mean, if you want to, you want to go through some readings and see what my thoughts are about this shit, then let's what's up. You know what I'm saying? We can do that shit. Like, man, comment on my shit. Like my shit and comment on my shit, man, and I'll talk to you about this shit. You know how I do. I usually comment something on everybody's shit. But anyways, let's get back to this shit. So you see how the scene changes, how the movie changes. You know what I'm saying? And it's totally different scenes when you go from one deck to the next. And let's see what the different decks say about these very same cards. So you can either go back, or you see how I kind of did go through what I thought was happening here. This nigga put these people out. This person tried to avenge the family or whatever, got fucked over. Queen's army, because this is swords and these are swords. Queen's army was too goddamn powerful to do anything about this shit. So this motherfucker started meditating. You see the two wands meditating. It's a decision you got to make here, buddy. Do I go this route or do I go that route? Because this is fire. So what's his experience? Do I do this or do I do that? Am I going to do this or am I going to do that? This is a spiritual experience. Which path am I going to take? Either way, one of them's going to go through here. You're going to have to go through this and whatever else. And there's nothing wrong like with the devil card. Some people got enough intestinal fortitude, or whatever the fuck you call that. Some motherfuckers can make the deal with the devil and come through, nigga. Pay me. Some of them can do that shit. There's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, nigga, and they take that travel, nigga, and they go get that rainbow, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but you get the point, man. Some people can do that. That shit don't bother me. I go down there and I will smack the shit out of that nigga. You know what I mean? However you choose to look at the devil card, I'm just saying, it ain't always bad. But let's see what it says about this. But that was my original spiel, so you ain't really got to go all back. That was my original spiel. This happened, da-da-da-da-da. It could even be, like I said, reversed, or you can do whatever you want to do. But you see it how you want to see it, right? But let's see what the actual deck says about it. So intuitively, say whatever you want to say about it. See how you want to see it. A lot of times I do that, and we'll see what's up. But this is what the deck says about it, all right? So let's go to the Queen of Swords. Bunnies, da-da-da-da-da. Nah, bunnies is chalices. That's the Queen of Swords. I'm tripping. That's a cat. I thought that was a motherfucking bunny. Why the fuck does it look like a bunny? Queen of Swords. Alright, anyways. Queen of Swords. Feeling the burden of thoughts. So it says, feeling the burden of thoughts in this book. The Tarot of the Magical Forest, first row. Feeling the burden of thoughts. The Queen of Swords, and I'm sorry, Magical Witch, I don't know if I pulled them shits up or not. Queen of Swords. So first deck, sharing the burden of thoughts. Queen of Swords in this deck. Queen of Swords. If you're the queen, it's time to set your emotions aside and try to view things intelligently with clarity and honesty. Okay? The queen has unflinching perception and can cut to the truth of the matter in seconds. She can be blunt, brutally honest, and very forward. But just because she's truthful doesn't mean she's lacking compassion and humor. She's still understanding, but she can truly see the entire situation for what it is. If you're the queen, it's time to set your emotions aside and try to view things intelligently and with clarity and honesty. Boom. Now you got that whole fucking description for that shit. For this shit, it just says, sharing the burden of thoughts. Now I know we're going to come back to swords, so let me cue that shit right there. Feeling the burden of thoughts. Right? Queen of Swords. You can be blunt, brutally honest, very straightforward. But that doesn't mean you're lacking compassion and humor. You're still understanding, but you can truly see the entire situation for what it is. Alright? That's that. Two different decks, but you still get more of a broader view of what's happening here. If you was giving a reading or whatever the fuck, if you was doing this shit for yourself, if you got the kind of time to sit and do this, you're getting a broader view of what's going on. Queen of Swords. See if we can just go straight to it. Come on, baby. King of Swords, Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. Upright. A mature woman who likes to dance, fond of physical activities that require balance and grace. It's the Cthulhu deck, Necronomicon deck. You just wanted me to say your name, didn't you, nigga? I feel you. Anyways, a mature woman who likes to dance and is fond of physical activities that require balance and grace. Her powers of perception are keen and little escapes her notice. She makes an accurate interpretation of the situation, then acts decisively. Confident, precise, correct in her actions, but sometimes preoccupied with minor trifles. Inverted. Inverted. Of course, you ain't got to do this, but this is what the book says. Inverted. A mature woman, outwardly attractive and graceful, but sly and unreliable. Apt to make cutting and hurtful comments when she feels in a spiteful mood. She uses her personal appeal to manipulate others. Those who give their love and their loyalty to her often regret it. She never lets her affections get in the way of her advantage. Now that's what you get out of the Necronomicon deck. So again, you being the movie director, you whatever, the more you work with different decks, the more you get in tune with certain shit. But this is why you go with the deck that calls to you or that speaks to you. And this was to show you different decks or whatever else. You can go on Amazon, get each one of these decks. Hopefully, I do believe you can still get the Tarot, the Magical Force, whatever. But showing you some decks and some different decks, man. Fuck with your boy. You might be here for a while. It's already been damn near an hour. Nigga, let's do this. But that's row one. And we could go into row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, whatever. Matter of fact, we've been saying Cthulhu this whole time. Let's see what it says about Cthulhu. So, go to the first deck. We start at the front. We can go to the back. And then because I do got some books that I want to get into and talk about. So, this is just to show you that. And again, you can do this on your own time. If you want me to go back, I'll come back and we'll tag each one of these cards and you can see what this is. Or comment if you want to know what one of these books say about one of these cards. I got you. Yeah, I got you. And then, you'll get that right back. But let's go to the back of this shit. So that's one of the major arcana, which if you know, you know. But number 15, the devil. So, in the Magical Forest deck, the devil. And this is all you get out of this book. The Black Basilisk. Hold on, let me hold it up for you. Boom, the devil. The Black Basilisk lives in the darkest part of the forest in a gloomy cave with two faithful dog servants. When there are dirty deeds to be done, all call upon him. But he is astute and very rich because he always wants something in exchange. My service comes at a price, and perhaps you will not like it. My service comes at a price, nigga. But like I said, some motherfuckers can pay that price, nigga. 2, 4, 6, 8. Bitch, I'm in here crunching. I'm getting it in. Some niggas can pay that price. That's all I'm saying. My bad. I get, don't let me let my ego out, nigga, because we'll get it in. Matter of fact, let's take another shot. Salute. We've been here this long. You niggas deserve it. Thank you. Man, I fuck with y'all. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you too. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Alright, let's keep it rolling, right? We still in it. So that was the devil, right? My service comes at a price, and perhaps you will not like it. We get that. So, the modern witch. The devil. The modern witch. Check me out. Modern witch, right? The devil. Unhealthy habits and desires can consume and control us. The devil has tempted and captured us with the false promises of wealth, power, and pleasure. The upside-down pentacle, symbol of dark magic, adorns the forehead. They raise one hand in an assurance of knowledge, and the other hand holds a torch pointing at the earth and all physical things. We are blind to our chains. The devil has so skillfully misled us into their intoxicating realm. Money, sex, power, status, pleasure. You become obsessed with superficial and fleeting desires, and it's led you down an unhealthy path. You might feel guilt and shame as you let these impulses control you. You might hurt yourself or lose those around you through your selfishness. Face the hard truth. Take the steps necessary to break your change and seek help if you need to. It comes at a price. Change comes at a price. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. A lot of times that devil shit is your alter ego. It's them shadows that you don't want to deal with. But it is you. Like I've got this book, man. It's probably what I do with that shit. Ooh, I'm getting ready to talk about that shit. It's in the other room. But we getting ready to talk about it. The Lucifer and Ahriman shit. In the beginning, a lot of that shit, it was you. God had two sides. Period. He was both malefic and benefic. He was, you know what I'm saying, benevolent and you get the point. This nigga was evil as fuck and good as hell, but he was both sides. It all emanated from the all. It all came from him. No such thing as good or evil, but it all comes from him. Even if there was evil, if there is evil as you want to call it, this nigga created it, or he's allowing it, and you can't get past that. And so there's just the dualism of trying to say there's one this and there's one that. That shit fucking sucks. And even when you do try to come down to that shit, it's like, anyways, we're going to get to it when I get into that video, but I ain't going to get into that video. But the devil shit, again, we talking about your alter ego, the shit that you got to overcome, the shit that you dealing with you. Face the hard truth. Take the steps necessary to break your chains and seek help if you need to. Again, this could be like some premonition type shit. Bro, if you don't go through this shit or make that decision to take this nigga out or pay that price, you have to pay that price or your family is going to get fucked up. It could be some shit like that, nigga. The overseers that's watching, there's a power that's watching this shit. And this is air, nigga. Swords, that's air, nigga. It's up by upper. You see the clouds and shit, nigga. Motherfucker looking down. Your higher self is looking at you. The motherfucker at the top and the motherfucker at the bottom. It's crazy. Shit's crazy. But anyways, you see what's up. So you got the devil out of this card. Same shit, but you got what you got out of this. There's a price to pay. You might not like it. Same thing out of this. Face the hard truths and take the steps you got to take. So now let's see what Cthulhu say. Man, let's see. We find Cthulhu. Where you at, nigga? 14. 15. There you go. Alright. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. But, yeah, it gives you a little story and all that. Man, this is tough. Alright. Upright. Cthulhu. So, it gives you upright and whatever. So I'm telling you, alright. Again, this is for, educational purposes and whatever the fuck else. Upright. Defiance of authority, rebellion, animal vitality, brute strength, lustfulness, personal magnetism, dominance, reckless courage, willfulness, arrogance, and pride. That's what it means if it's upright. Defiance of authority, rebellion, animal vitality, brute strength, lustfulness, personal magnetism, dominance, reckless courage, willfulness, yeah, nigga, arrogance, say what? And pride. No, I'm fine. But the money makes me handsomer. Anyways. Inverted. So, inverted. It means malice, resentfulness, betrayal, oath-breaking, anger, abuse of power, intimidation of others, bullying, deliberate cruelty, forbidden forms of sexuality, pleasure, and wickedness. So, different decks give you totally different motherfucking meanings. Like I said, and what I like about this deck as opposed to them decks, it does give you a backstory and all of this type of whatever shit about Cthulhu. You see, there's all of this words and it's all of this story about Cthulhu and whatever the fuck else. But it goes straight to the point. It gives you a card and some meanings. Look, boom. Upright, it means this. Do, rebellion, animal vitality, root strength. Upside down, it means this, blah, 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 blah. We just read all that shit, right? So it just straight up gives you those. You can just go straight to that and just do that. Boom, boom. Versus the other shit, the devil card that says, there's a price to be paid, and you might not like it. And then the other devil card, face the hard facts, da-da-da-da-da-da. Like it's telling you what to do. It's giving you whatever. This shit is just giving you adjectives. You do what you do with them. You make your decision, you whatever. So again, if you as the reader, whichever one of them shits strike you the most, or depending on the question that was asked, because again, remember, we ain't asked no questions. We just pulled some fucking cards and seen what happened. This was for all of us, nigga. The land of Oz, nigga. For everybody that's watching this shit and made it this far. Thank you again. But, you know, we just pulled cards and see what happened, man. So, there you go. But it gives you just a straight list of that shit. Now, that being said, before I get into some other shit, now that we got all that out there, and again, if you want to know about some of the other cards, comment, and I'll tell you the description of some of the other cards, and we'll get into that. But for right now, I'm going to put these books up. I'm going to put these books up. Matter of fact, nah, because we going to go with one more deck. I'm going to put the Modern Witch deck up. Just because, I mean, I don't want to say it's less descriptive. Well, no, we'll see what happens, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put these cards to the side, and I'll put these cards to the side. If we got enough time, if I ain't running out of battery or camera life, then we'll do it. But, we'll see. Or, no. That'll be something you niggas can comment on. Thank you for lasting an hour. Or you people, my bad for those who don't like to be called niggas. I apologize, but I'm God-like it from time to time, especially when the spirit gets to rolling out of me. So I like to call you niggas gods in my own way. So I appreciate all you people that have stayed this long and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Even the white people that like to learn and whatever. If y'all don't like to be called niggas, I'm sorry. But whatever, man. Let me hit this blunt real quick. So that being said, let's pull out some real books. The Tarot of the Bohemians. I'm pulling this out first. I just got this shit off of Amazon. The Tarot of the Bohemians. The most ancient book in the world for the exclusive use of the initiates. Now this shit is super fucking deep. And it really goes into like Kabbalah, this, that, and whatever. I would highly suggest getting this book. You see that shit? We talking about tarot cards. If you want to get into a super deep conversation about that. My other thing again is like, this is how much you care. How much do you care? And just having this shit like in your subconscious, this is another reason why a lot of this shit like works for me. And I hope, and I'm pretty sure, even this spread here, it'll speak to a couple of y'all. Even if it's just 2 or 3, man. It's what it is. It's what we do, man. Energy don't move for nothing. It ain't for nothing. None of this shit was random. Ain't no accidents, right? But let me read this shit. I got this shit highlighted. Let me read this shit to you. This is then the hour of preparation. It separates the common life from the transcendental life. The human head of the Sphinx, the center of intelligence, says to the neophyte, first acquire the knowledge which shows the goal and lights the way to it. Its bull's thighs, the image of the rough, preserving labor of the agriculturist, says to him, be strong and patient in thy work. The lion's paws say to the neophyte, thou must be brave, thou must brave all and defend thyself against every inferior force. The eagle's wings say to him, thou must will to raise thyself towards the transcendent regions which thy soul already approaches. The riddle attributed to the Greek Sphinx and the answer required for it are an equally expressive image of man and his aim. Now, some fucking how all of that ties into the tarot. But this is to show you like how fucking deep this is and how far back this goes. And one of the things it does say in the beginning of this shit, like it ties in the Kabbalah and whatever else, you know, the Yod He, Vod He, you probably can't see that shit. But, which is where they get Yahweh and Yehovah from, Yod He, Vod He. So anyways, Yod He, Vod He, anyways, you get the point. It goes into all of that, the numbers and the Kabbalistic, this and that. But basically, you've got the whole universe, whether represented through pictures or whatever else. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, how they say, right? So each deck is like a whole universe, a whole world in your hands. You got it all laid out. Everything laid out in your hands. So this shows you how deep it is and goes into Kabbalah and Egyptian and this and that and whatever, right? That's that shit. We're going to put that to the side and pull out another book because we are an hour in, right? Tarot and Astrology by Corrinne Kenner. Hit the blunt. You know, hit the whack, hit the back. Nigga. Hit that shit. But tarot and astrology, because it also talks about that. But again, being able to sharpen your skill as a reader. This, that, and the third. But each one of these cards correlate to astrology in so many different ways. Again, you got X amount of cards in the major arcana. So this is the devil. The devil is also Scorpio, if I'm correct. But let's just go straight to it. Libra, Scorpio. No, Scorpio is good. The devil is Capricorn. Because you got to pay a motherfucking price and be willing to this, that, and whatever. And Capricorn loves the rules and will stick to the motherfucking rules no matter what. They want to make sure everybody at least knows the rules, whatever. Like, I got a partner at work. This nigga got Venus in Capricorn. And I love him to death. And sometimes it's like I just can't say this shit because, you know, I'm a Taurus. I was born in April, so I'm a sun sign Taurus. This nigga got Venus in Capricorn. Even me, like, I got Venus in Aries. This is totally opposing shit, but Venus in Capricorn, he loves the fucking, I mean, whether he likes to admit it or not, but this nigga, he follows the rules. I'm just saying, you can see where I can see where that Capricorn shit plays out in so many different ways. It's wild. But anyways, Capricorn, the devil. The devil knows how to make the most of its first impressions. Now, I'm not going to read all that. Check this out. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of boundaries and limitations. In tarot, Saturn is assigned to the world card. This combination is effective. The devil is an earthly creature firmly rooted in the material world and closely associated with both the pleasures and pain of physical existence. People with a strong Capricorn influence usually feel driven to prove themselves in business and society. In this case, however, the devil demonstrates that an obsession with outward appearances can imprison the spirit in the material world. The devil is a Christian invention. Again, this is just reading from the book for educational purposes. Tarot and astrology. This is not OZ the Wizard. This is what I'm reading from the book. The devil is a Christian invention, but many of its characteristics happen to be derived from Pan, the mythical god of music, nature, sheep, and shepherds. It's dope as fuck to be talking about this shit, even that Cthulhu shit that came out, because I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to pull out some more motherfucking books here within the next couple days about the Lucifer versus Ahriman shit. Who the fuck Lucifer is versus the devil and Satan and all of this. But as you can see, again, the devil is some Christian shit. Before that, it was Pan. The pagan shit, a lot of his attributes, I won't say all of them, but a lot of his attributes come from Pan. So, Pan is a god of physical pleasures, including sexuality, food, and drink. Now, in and of themselves, they are not bad. Taken to excess, too much of, is when you start to get into the realm of good and evil. But in and of itself, it's not necessarily bad. Just like killing a chicken because it feed a fucking... I'm just saying. Point is, alright. But you get all of this shit out of the one card. The devil. As soon as you link that shit to some Capricorn shit, it brings in a whole nother realm. So as I said in the beginning of this video, nigga, worlds on worlds on worlds. On top of this shit. So bringing in these type of books and whatever else, nigga, worlds on worlds. Now you start to understand more and more shit that's going on in your movie. So if you get into this shit and whatever else, you can give people a more accurate reading. You can give yourself a more accurate reading, but more shit starts to stand out to you and mean shit to you. We're gonna go backwards through the list, but it is what it is. So we go to this Two of Wands. Let's pull it out. Because again, I can tell you from this tarot and astrology book, this is what makes it so dope for me. Because again, it's intuition and whatever else, but just like numbers. So one of the things that we learned in this tarot and astrology books, one of the things that we learned is the ace is the ace. That's pure energy. It's just straight up what it is. It's the ace of whatever it is, bro. It's the ace, right? So when you get into the first three, and there's that three, right? So 2, 3, and 4, I believe they represent like the cardinal, the initial, the taking off energy, right? So the 2, 3, and 4 of fire would be the Aries shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Aries shit, I do believe. So the 2, 3, and 4 of Wands, which in this deck would be fire, would be some Aries shit. So that making the path, you got to make a decision. It's Aries, which they can be kind of one-sided. But that's Aries. So let's go, because in the book it actually goes by the sign. So instead of like looking for Wands, I got to look for Aries. So when I go to Aries, boom, 2 of Wands, Mars in Aries. Now this is from the book. And all of that. Now, if you a nigga that know charts and whatever else, again, advanced shit. Like I said, I've always been on advanced level shit, so I think you can stand this long because you want to know some advanced shit. This is advanced shit. So I'm trying to show you the book. It may not focus or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Mars in Aries, the 2 of Wands. And let's read just a little snippet of this. Get this shit off of Amazon. I'm promoting all of that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? For educational type. Get this shit off Amazon, man. But the 2 of Wands. When first met, Mars and Aries in the Tower and the Emperor cards, now the in the Tower and the Emperor. So Mars is the Tower, Aries is the Emperor. Now the planet and the sign make a repeat appearance in the 2 of Wands, where we see Mars as the master of his own domain. So the 2 of Wands, master of his own domain. This nigga is on the castle. Now, you know, again, if you didn't know any better, you couldn't tell if he was a prince or a servant or whatever the fuck, but he does got that ball, which is an orb, which is like having the world in your hands. You know what I'm saying? It's a ball. So you look at that in so many different ways, you know what I'm saying? Having a sphere, you know what I'm saying? So many different ways, like snow globes. So many different ways, bro. This is real shit here. So, anyways, again, master's on world. So now it makes more sense. This nigga's standing on his castle overlooking some shit. Bitch, you got me fucked up. You done did some shit, and again, I'm just saying it's a nigga. It could be another chick, it's whatever. It's just a frog, you know what I'm saying? It's just what I like about the whatever. It's not, we not getting into genders or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But this is a cat. You got me bent, but it's the queen, so that's the type of energy we talking about. But you got me bent. This shit done happen. Now I'm ready to do this. It's just gonna take you making a deal with the devil. You may have to, you know, you got to leave your land and all this and whatever, make up whatever story you want to make up, but go with it. But now it makes more sense, right? Starts to make more sense. So Mars in the Tower. So, and this applies to anything else. So if 2, 3, 4 represents the beginning shit, so it's fire, so it'd be Aries, then 5, 6, 7 will represent the middle and the fixed signs, right? Which I ain't trying to get too deep. This is why you want to get this book, because it explains all that shit to you. 5, 6, 7 will be the fixed signs, right in the middle. So we got the 5 of Pentacles. So that would be your boy, motherfucking Taurus, nigga. So this is a Taurus card. So let me go find Taurus, which actually just so happens to be after Aries. And again, if you want to know, I can tell you more about what the card. Matter of fact, okay. Let's just go down a little bit. I will give you a little bit more. Straight to the back. Kabbalistically, the 2 of Wands depicts the second sphere of wisdom, Chakma. It's positioned in Azulith, the fiery world of inspiration. The young emperor is actively engaged in conscious creation, reflection, and comparison. Actively engaged in conscious creation, reflection, and comparison. This is what's going on in this card. This is the Tarot of the Magical Forest deck. You can go back and look at the other cards and see the same shit. But Tarot and Astrology, you can get this shit out of them cards. So, we got the book that tells us what it tells us and what it says about whatever it says with its theme, the modern witch. And then as far as astrology goes, we know what's up with astrology and we own what we own with it. So now we can see clearly what's going on here. Damn, the blunt was still burning. Half my blunt done burnt out. That means the spirit's smoking with me. Yeah, nigga. I love this shit, man. Thank y'all, OZ the Wizard. Thank y'all for making me do this motherfucking video. Appreciate that. So let's move forward. But you get the point, man. This shit heightens your motherfucking reading. I told you that shit because I've already read the book. And one of the things I know about Aries and Gemini and whatever else, at least if you have it in your subconscious, when you need to pull that shit out, it'll come out. You can take the cards everywhere with you. You ain't got to have the books and whatever with you, but you'll suddenly remember, oh yeah, it's also a 5. So another thing, if I don't know nothing about nothing else, I know you dealing with some Taurus energy right here. If I can't tell you exactly what the 5 of Pentacles means, I can tell you it means some Taurus shit. You know what I'm saying? If I can't tell you exactly what this 2 shit is, I can apply any type of Aries shit that I can remember to this 2 of fucking wands, and that's some Aries shit. See how dope that is? Man, this shit is hard. So yeah, man, let's keep it moving, bro. But conscious creation, reflection, and comparison. In tarot readings, the 2 of Wands often symbolizes the establishment of a new business or enterprise. See what I mean? The first decan of Aries usually falls between March 21st and the 30th, when the sun is between 0 and 10 degrees Aries. That's more math and more deeper shit for you niggas that's into that deeper shit. But also from a reading, you can tell like what time of year this is and whatever else. If you was doing some like futuristic, or if you was trying to, some niggas be into predicting the future and knowing what's going on and what's happening and whatever else. So that kind of gives you an idea of when that shit would crack too. You get that kind of information out of this tarot and astrology book. Let's go to the next one, Taurus, which is 5 of motherfucking Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus. 5 of Pentacles, Mercury in Taurus, man. Lord of material trouble. So, Kabbalistically, Mercury in Taurus, the 5 of Pentacles depicts Jebera, the 5th spirit of power, strength, and severity. It corresponds to Mars, the planet of war. The outcasts are wandering through Asaya, the material world, and they're facing the challenges of physical existence. Kabbalistically. In a tarot reading, the 5 of Pentacles often symbolizes a spiritual refuge and a haven from physical discomfort. See what I'm saying? Queen done put motherfuckers out. So that's why the 5 is inside the window. They are on their way to get inside the window. They've been put out or whatever else, and they come in here, wherever the fuck here is. Here could be this nigga's castle. So now that we got a little bit more of what's going on, this queen done got on one. So they done left their land, packed up everything, which was nothing. Left all that they had, left her land, and they came seeking out this nigga's castle. You know what I mean? On the way to get here, they oldest son or whatever, however, died for this or whatever. Or they start, the previous king that was in charge died, and now the queen, this is what done happened. Because again, it ain't even got to be some bad shit. You see what I'm saying? This is how you want to play the stories. Different stories play out to you. Like I said, you can move shit around. You the director of this movie. Now that you've seen it like this, and now that we getting some of this story out of this book and we seeing what's going on, now we can redirect the movie kind of like this or some shit. The king got murked, and the queen's in charge, which leaves the queen in charge. Or now another nigga done got in. And we know niggas act like bitches too. So now somebody else done moved in and they act more like a queen than an actual king. So these people done left their land and came seeking out, you know what I'm saying, refuge and safety and this dude's castle and kingdom and whatnot. So he's looking like, they done crossed all the waters and did all of this, and he's hearing the story of what done happened. So that may be his allegiance and his this or whatever else. He got a decision to make. Do he want to do a deal with the new king, or do you want to deal with this, whatever? All this can come out in the reading depending on how much time you got or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you can get into. That's what you're dealing with here. You know what I'm saying? But with this book, just this book alone, more of the story starts to come alive to you and whatnot. Again, Tarot of the Bohemians. I told you how this shit really goes more into the Kabbalistic and this, that, whatever. And this book over here is talking about Kabbalistically, it's this and that, and you know, it's giving you some good detail too. So if you want to go deeper, it's how you go deeper. I got one more book, but we ain't really got to pull that out. But again, and also, it's dope to show you how shit plays out. So again, let's go back to how the movie was set up. because it's actually following like a theme here because we skipping around. So anyways, the 2 was the starting sign, the cardinal signs. They get shit popping, right? 2, 3, and 4 is the sign that gets shit popping. So if it's 2, 3, and 4 of fire, wands, or whatever in your deck represents the fire element, that would be Aries. So 2, 3, and 4 is some kind of Aries energy. And depending on the picture or whatever you got, we can riff with that. It's some kind of Aries energy. If it was the 5, 6, or 7 of fire, then right over here we talk about fixed earth. Over here we talk about fixed fire, and that be Leo. We know we dealing with some type of Leo energy. If it was the 2, 3, or 4 of water, then that would be Cancer, because that gets shit cracking. So you know it would be some type of Cancer energy. 2, 3, 4 of cups, that's Cancer energy. So it's Cancer shit. 2, 3, 4 of air, that's Libra energy. So we on Libra shit. You know what I mean? That's how that shit type of work. That kind of shit works. So we got the 5, 6, 7. Now what's the 10? 8, 9, and 10. 5, 6, 7 is fixed. 8, 9, and 10 is the mutable signs because they get ready to bring in another element, they bring in the change, right? So 8, 9, and 10. 10 of swords. We got mutable swords. So that would be Gemini. Jeez Louise. So we going straight down the fucking shit. So we went Aries, Taurus, Gemini. This might have been strictly for educational purposes, man. Who knows? I don't know. But again, this was the reading for the cause for this video. See how dope it is? This is how spirit moves, man. This ain't an accident, man. So I hope y'all learning something, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate y'all staying an hour, damn near 20 in. Let's try to wrap it up if we can, but we got this. So I was right. Gemini, 10 of swords. 10 of swords. 10 of swords. The sun in Gemini. 10 of swords is the sun in Gemini. Now, they use the Wizard's Tarot in this book. So you actually, not only are you using whatever deck that you're using, you get a card and whatnot. So you get to see the symbols and whatnot in another entirely different deck. So no matter what, if you get this book, you are technically using 2 different decks. So you can play this movie and also see how the movie would play out in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Coming through this deck. So just like the Devil card, how it looks like that or whatever, there's the Wizard's Tarot that they're using as an example in this deck. So when you go to so again, matter of fact, we own the 10 of Swords. That's what the 10 of Swords look like in this deck. This is what the 10 of Swords look like in the Modern Witch deck. This is what the 10 of Swords looks like in the Necronomicon deck. And this is what the 10 of Swords looks like in the Wizard's Tarot by Corrinne Jenner, because there's several Wizard's Tarots. It's a pop, obviously Wizard is a well-known name. But anyways, the sun in Gemini. So, Gemini is a talkative sign. Unfortunately, talk often leads to backstabbing, gossip, slander. Hold on. What do you want, babe? I'm doing a video. Yes, ma'am, you can. I love the kiddos. Love the kiddos. Sprinkle a little bit of that energy in here. Come on in here, babe. That's what's up. So, where was we at? Yeah. Gemini is a talkative sign. Okay. The last, excuse me, the third and last decan of Gemini is ruled by the sun, the fiery orb of consciousness and enlightenment. The sun usually seems like a benevolent force, always shining, always beaming, always radiating light and life. Too much sun, however, can burn, especially when it reveals the truth. Gemini is a talkative sign. Unfortunately, talk often leads to backstabbing, gossip, slander, level, and vicious personal attacks. Even when Gemini's intellectual energy is self-contained, it can pierce our confidence with pains and self-doubt. When the sun passes by, however, it clears away clouds and illuminates shadows, exposing the truth in the bright light of day. You're getting all this shit out of this book. So let's go to the back. Kabbalistically, the 10 of Swords depicts Malkuth, the 10th sphere of earthly reality. It's positioned in Yetzirah, the airy plane of thought. The young man is pinned to the ground by verbal and intellectual attacks that are every bit as debilitating as physical assaults. The young man is pinned to the ground by verbal and intellectual attacks that are every bit as debilitating as physical assaults. Whole lot of shit being talked coming from the queen. Whole lot of shit. So even if that is just the laws and the lay of the land, this is verbal. So so to speak. Intellectual. So the laws have changed. This could be your job and whatnot. The laws have changed. Like the young nigga at my job, man. Now, yeah, they own you about clocking in a minute late. They looking at cell phones. They looking at if you got your earplugs in your ear. They looking to make sure you got your face mask on. They looking on the cameras and check. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, you got to cross all your T's and dot all your I's, nigga. That's what time it is. That may be what this nigga's contemplating. See how I was saying before, the movie and how certain shit plays out. This nigga's overlooking them. You see what I'm saying? And then they, you know, kind of, so this dude could be looking at that shit. It could be like this. You could play the movie like this. You see what I'm saying? Where he's thinking about this shit. Now that you know that he's contemplating, he's thinking about this. The death of whoever and whatever. You see what I mean? Now the movie could be hit like that. And it's go time. And I ain't trying to take up too much of your time, but now that we've gotten this far, and thank you for staying and rocking with me this long, because again, man, I like to think this is next level shit. So you can imagine what would happen. Now this could just be the first scene, nigga. This is act 1. This is act 1. Which is what I was trying to say, and I'm gonna do it for the cause. I'm gonna do it for the cause, because we got them out. But this is act 1. No, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because it's been too long. If you want me to do it, then we can have another tarot card video and we'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Comment on that shit because you rock this long with me. But comment on that shit and we'll do that. You know what I mean? Like I said, for me, it's about the comments. Comment on the shit, nigga, and we'll rock. I'll do it. Other than that, I might just keep moving on to the moving on. As I'm reading to you about the Gemini shit, this is what it is. I got Mars and Gemini personally, so yeah, nigga. It is what it is. But there's so much extra shit that we could get into. But we already been here an hour long. So this is like a 101. The next video could be like a 102. So if you want a 102, just comment 102. That's all it is. Just comment 102 or 201. We want the next class. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. We going to the next level. So 201. This is 101. Comment, nigga, Big Pimpin 201. Nigga, some old shit. But, you know. New Age Pimpin NAP 201, nigga. This is class NAP 201, bitch. But then tarot cards. But point is, I'm sorry, I said all that. I got a little off track. What I'm trying to say is, this is the first scene. This is the first scene. This could be the whole movie. If you want this to be the whole movie, sure, this is the whole movie. But this could be just the first scene. Now that the deal with the devil's been made, you could put these back into the deck, write this shit down in the journal, whatever else, put this shit back into the deck and deal more cards. But now that these cards are out, this shit's not going to happen again. You got the whole world in your hand. So leave this shit out the deck, pull the deck out again, deal 5 more cards. Deal 5 more cards. And then again, you the director, you the one that's pimping. Line them up how you see that's lining up. You can line them up on their own just as they dealt out and see what up. Or you can line them up as they pertain to the previous scene. Again, this is your movie. Even now that you got 10 cards versus all these cards, it may make more sense to move one of these cards up here and move this card down there and whatever. Because again, you are master of this fucking universe right here, man. And this is all mystical. So you make up your motherfucking movie and you see what it means to you and how this shit, it gets so dope when you editing this shit. Now you're the fucking editor-in-chief, nigga. That's what's so hard with these fucking cards, man. And when you doing this shit, the tarot reading, it gets so fucking hard. And again, this is why, like, you would want to pay for an hour. You would really want somebody to go through this level of whatever, you know what I'm saying, and hitting you with this shit. Or somebody who's got a lot of this shit memorized, who's been through this shit and whatnot, that can just tell you what they can tell you, you know what I'm saying? Now, I can get deeper if I had more time to pull out these books and do this and do that. Or I can hit you with what I can hit you with. We're going to finish this out with one more book. But I just wanted to say that again. Comment 201 and we'll lay out more fucking shit or just say something about that and we'll do a whole nother scene. I'll come back to this shit, pull out these cards, and then we'll pull some more cards and go to a whole nother scene. You know, we'll do this shit. But anyways, point being, you get it. Like I said, this are the mutable signs. So it's 8, 9, and 10, so we knew that was Gemini. If this was Pentacles, just like this was Earth, the 8, 9, and 10 is the mutable Earth. So that's Virgo. We would know this would be a Virgo sign. Or we dealing with Virgo type energy. You see what I'm saying? So as we just read, okay, in tarot readings, we told you Kabbalistically, alright? I just say it one more time. Verbal and intellectual attacks, the swords. The man is pinned to the ground by verbal and intellectual attacks that are every bit as debilitating as physical assaults. Just a quick movie reference. In the Croods, the New Age in Croods, that second movie, the two fathers got into a fight at the end, and this when it starts to, you're a bad father. Ooh, and white boy, that was a white boy, but the young dude was like, that's when I got it. You know, words hurt, like this, that, and whatever else. And he started thinking back on the old lady, but that was one of them moments, right? But anyways, just a quick, side note. But point being, there you go. In a tarot reading, the Ten of Swords often represents overkill, death and rebirth, the cycle of endings and beginnings. Overkill, death and rebirth, the cycle of endings and beginnings. And it don't say shit about being inverted or upverted or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get into that shit, that's just another level and more depth or whatever to a tarot reading. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. But if you pull them out and whatever, nigga, I'll straighten them all out. You do whatever you want to do, man. If you take it like that, it is what it is. That's your magic. That's up to you. Some people do it, some people don't. But you get the energy. 2, 3, 4, we talking about cardinal signs. That's Aries. That's Cancer. That's Libra. What the fuck? It's the cardinal. That's Capricorn. Holy shit. Yeah, that's Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? That's Capricorn. So 2, 3, 4 of Earth is Capricorn. Let me just make sure. Flip all the way back here to motherfucking Capricorn. Capricorn. 2, 3, 4 of Pentacles. Yep. More specifically, the 2 is Jupiter in Capricorn. Lord of harmonious change. 2. So if this was this is the 2 of Pentacles. If this was the 2 of Pentacles, then we would be talking about the Capricorn shit. And we'd be going a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? It often represents a balancing act. The struggle to balance time and money. The struggle to balance work and pleasure. So you see, because it's wands, it's balancing a physical act or a spiritual act. What the fuck you want to do. If it was Pentacles, it would be balancing money or something, more material like, more earthly. See how that shit goes? But Capricorn energy. Now you know. Same fucking shit, now you know. So alright. We don't get into that. Let's finish this last book. We ain't gonna finish all of that shit, Brody. Let's finish this. Talk this last book. Damn, she got me doubling up. My mouth is dry, nigga. Alright, so I confess. A lot of my books look brand new. I keep my shit in good shape. And I don't really like double back. Kind of like video games, nigga. How many times you gonna play? You gonna beat the game and come back and play it again? Especially like, RPGs and whatnot, nigga. I played through the game. I fucking beat God of War. I'm not going back. I might go back to, update some different weapons or play the game through with different weapons and max them this and whatever. You know what I'm talking about? But I don't go back. Anyways, point being, ATS. That's kind of like a sigil. Don't let that shit get you. But that being said, though, that is another type of whatever shit. Nigga, if I had to write a book, I would put my motherfucking sigil right there, too. So even in a situation like this, where some random nigga is talking about my book or holding my shit up by Dusty White, you got my motherfucking sigil and my energy right there going out to whoever the fuck's watching this video, man. That shit is dope. I'm not saying I play games like that, but you gotta dodge the hijack, because some motherfuckers play games like that. So again, if you don't mind participating in sigils or whatever the fuck else, then go ahead. But that was just a little quick, again, wizard note, nigga. I, as my man Curie Mayo said, dodge the hijack. I know what happened when I see certain shit now, nigga. That's some type of sigil, bitch. I know what's up. And I got plenty of books over there on sigils. I know what's up. But anyways, because the title is all the way down here. Advanced Tarot Secrets. And instead of putting any other picture and any type of whatever else, nigga, you went with your sigil. I ain't gonna keep hypnotizing you niggas with that shit. Cause some of you niggas probably all weak. I ain't gonna keep doing that. But you get in here in things like advanced spread basics, and he shows you like the flow of the cards. You see that flow, that spiral there and whatnot? That shit is dope. You see what I mean? Let me show you that shit. See how that shit, when you get into this type of thing, again, and that's back to what type of professional reader, or how deep do you want to get out of these readings, and how well do you want to do that, and whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you really making big money, niggas is paying you like $300, $400, whatever. I feel like this, you supposed to know your profession. Like, nigga, you should be into shit like this and whatnot. I'm you know, a motherfucking genius on the low. So this is why I cop books and do shit like this and whatnot. And it gives you like plenty of like writing room, like this shit. See the lines and whatever else. So Advanced Tarot Secrets. Again, this was kind of what that was. You know, again, sharing books and all of that type of shit in the spirit of sharing the information and whatever else. What I like about this book is, again, it is a lot of advanced shit, but it's a lot of like one of the things it says is like watch the news or watch a movie and whatever else and pull cards and see if your cards predict the next scene in the movie. Pull cards when they start talking about this or that on the news and whatnot, and see if your cards can predict what they getting ready to say next on the news. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And part of the picture, what I just flipped over and it shows you, again, this is by Dusty White, got this off of Amazon. But those, what it's saying right here is like, even just go through your personal deck or whatever else, then words over to the side, birds, monument, lightning storm, horse race, military service, options, decisions, courtrooms, a fountain, a fire, a lawyer. But different cards. What card comes to mind that could mean this? You know what I'm saying? In your deck, does this card mean meditation? Like how we was doing this. This could possibly mean meditation because it's the swords. And it's a lot of swords being hit at you. So it's a lot of, like he said, ideas and intellectual shit that you got to think about. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your mind on a lot of different things now. And this obviously could be a card for meditation. You see what I'm saying? So having that type of shit in mind and in your subconscious and whatnot, that's how you get closer to your deck. It even says, like, you know, again, the intuition and having your mind and this and that, like with the body building shit, the mind-muscle connection, right? The mind-card connection. If you that type of reader and when you get dope with this shit on some advanced shit, you should be able to pull, like say somebody is asking you a question and it would be like, man, I wish I could tell them something like this or like that. If you want to pull a water card, then practice with your deck and get used to pulling what cards you want to pull. Now, it might not be a specific number. It might not be this. It might not be that. But you can pull whatever cards you want to pull. Me personally, I don't like getting into certain shit like that. I like shit to be random. Because if I'm doing that, like the most like that, I want to tell you what I want to tell you, then that's when people can get into manipulating shit and the ego and this and whatever else, right? They pulling what they want to pull, and they telling you what they want to tell you instead of just what the universe is giving you or what would quote unquote be random or just is happening, you know, letting the spirit go, whatever. They pulling it from their spirit and from their perspective. So that's kind of why I put this book down, but it does have good shit. Again, if you just want to know different spreads and whatever else, you know what I'm saying? I think it does take you with some different cards, but it shows you a bunch of different spreads and gives you other, you know, ways to do shit. Like here's a bunch of cards on the spread. If you really want to get deep as fuck, like 5 cards is enough for me. 10 cards means 10 positions, and you got to know each different position. That's just wild. Again, if you've been rocking with me this long, again, I just did the movie spread, but each one of these card, like they have their own spreads. It's the same thing in the back of this shit. So the book with this modern witch shit, I'm pretty sure, right, it gives you some basic shit, you know, a 1 card spread. Okay, fix the fucking camera. A 1 card spread. Then over there, past, present, and future spread. You see what I mean? Shows you a 1 card spread, past, present, and future spread. Flip the page. The Cunning Path. Boom. You can kind of see that shit. But here's another spread using 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 cards in the middle. Boom. 6 card spread. Next page. There's like 10 fucking cards over there. And the list, here's like 10 fucking cards. And then here's a list over here of all the positions and what each card would mean in this position. So if you get this card and this in this position, then it means you use it like this. And it can mean this, that, that. Way more shit to get into, way deeper shit and whatnot. But here you go. Here's spreads. This is just more fucking spreads. But again, finding the shit that calls to you, finding the shit that's good for you, finding the shit that resonates with you. If it's easy for you to remember these positions and what this means and that, then good. That's what's up, nigga. If it's easy for you to remember the astrology shit like it was for me, then boom, there you go. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I may be dealing with an actual Aries, or if I say something like, man, this is some Aries, and that the person may say, hey, man, shit, I'm an Aries, bro. I'm well, there you go, nigga. That's why we got this card. You know what I'm saying? Now the story makes more sense as to how it pertains to the actual person. Again, like to me. You see what I'm saying? Gemini. I got Mars in Gemini, so I can resonate with a card like that. Or I see why 10 in Gemini came out like that. And again, how I rolled that shit out about being at the job or the workplace. That's what that could mean. When you at work, you got a lot of things you got to think about. The alarms that go off. You got to know how to run each machine. You got to know how to run the palletizer, the D-pal, the forklift, the high cone, the hardness. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to throw shells. Got to keep your PPE on. You can't be late. You got to be lunchtime. You got to clock in and out for lunch. You got to know your employee ID code. You got to be able to do it. You got to. There's more than 10. So that, you know, this shit represents a whole lot of shit. This is why, again, you got the whole fucking universe, the whole world in your hand. And when you got a deck and some shit that resonates with you, that can speak to you, again, this is some whatever. I ain't give a fuck about these cats and these frogs and whatever else. It's the imagery and it's whatnot. I compared this shit to the job. You see what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do. Like I said, when we had all 3 decks out, you see what it is, and then you can go to any one of these shits. I could use this or whatever, but I might like the descriptions and shit from this book, so I use this shit more than I use that. You know what I mean? If I want, you know, I might always, you know what I'm saying, every single time it's some tarot and astrology shit. I might not pull out none of that Kabbalistic shit, but that Kabbalistic shit was dope. It was the Kabbalistic shit that said this motherfucker is pinned down from intellectual and verbal assaults, which are just as much as... It was the Kabbalistic shit. In a tarot reading, it represents overkill. Da 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 da. See what I'm saying? So, man, shit's hard. It's the Kabbalistic shit. What are we really dealing with here? How's this shit really line up to the real world, man? Alright, OZ the Wizard. We done wrapped the hour with you. I'm out. Like, share, subscribe, man. Holla at your boy. Don't do none of that. Damn, I got a little tequila left. I'm gonna save that for my personal use. But we gonna spark this shit up with you, though. I'm gonna spark this shit up. Man, I love this shit, man. I really appreciate all the fucking comments, man. I really appreciate all the fucking likes. I really appreciate all the fucking views across all my damn videos, man. This shit is super fucking dope to me, man. I appreciate all of that. I'll be back at you here soon, man. OZ the Wizard.